the Christmas bells. An old church had 3 wonderful bells that made the sweetest music. However, there was something strange about them. They never rang except on Christmas Eve, and no one knew who rang them. Some people thought it was the wind blowing through the tower. Others thought that angels rang them when a gift that pleased them was placed at the altar. "It's Christmas Eve tomorrow. I wonder if the church bells will ring this year."
People say that it has been more than 100 years since the bells rang.
Then why do they never ring now?
Perhaps they do not ring because there is not enough love in our city.
Not far from the city, 2 little poor brothers lived on a farm, Pedro and Philip. Pedro had one shining silver piece. His father had promised his boys that they could go to the church on Christmas Eve and take the gift. The brothers start walking towards the city.
"Look, Philip, it's a poor little puppy. He is shivering with cold and he seems to be starving. I cannot come to church with you now. If I do not take this little puppy back to our farm and feed it quickly, it will die. But will you please go?" "Yes, Pedro, I will."
At the church, the priest announced that all the people could bring their gifts to the altar. The king went first. He bowed and placed his glittering crown on the altar. Then the queen, the king's soldiers, and the rich merchants followed. But the bell did not ring. Philip then crept quietly up to the altar and gently laid the silver piece at its very edge. But as he was slipping away, what do you think he heard?
"Oh, Pedro, the bells, the bells. I wish you could have heard them. They rang when I laid your gift on the altar. I did hear them, little brother. Their sound came to me over the snow. It was truly the sweetest music I ever heard."
Many years after, when Pedro grew up, he became a great musician. Many people came to hear him play.
How can you play your violin so sweetly? I have never heard such music before.
"Ah, but you never heard the Christmas bells as I heard them one Christmas Eve. The memory of that music stays with me forever."